Well, hello. When I was a child, I used to spend a lot of time drawing people, and there was a lot of measuring involved, and it was very stressful. And so I eventually gave up. My drawing process would really butt heads with my perfectionism, and I could never get the drawings to look perfect, so eventually I quit. And then about 10 years ago, I actually started drawing again, but again, I went with people. And that time, I could barely even finish any of the portraits. There was so much measuring and so much perfectionism, and it was just not going my way. And so recently, I've been on the hunt for my creativity, which I have lost. And I was searching for it, and I'm hoping that today I can find it by trying to draw once again, but not people. So to remove all of that pressure, I thought today we could draw some houses. So I'm just gonna pull up Pixabay, look up some houses, and just draw them. No pressure. A couple of years ago, I designed a house for one of my novels, and I went a little bit overboard with it, but it was so fun, and I thought maybe I could find some of that joy again by drawing some more houses. But these ones I don't have to design. I'm just looking and drawing and seeing what happens. All of my art has always been a constant battle against perfectionism, and so I'm trying really hard to find an art that I can feel fulfilled and creative while also not battling my perfectionism so severely. This one's reminding me a little bit of a birthday cake, and that's making me happy. I'm not worried about perspective. I'm not really worried about anything. I just want to draw just to see what it feels like. Because it has been so many years since I've drawn anything. And the way I used to draw was always just measuring. It was never really about the fun. So I don't want to jump right back in with a whole bunch of perspective measuring and forget about the fun. I'm trying to find fun. For some reason, adding windows is making this look more like a prison, and I'm not sure why. Now it looks like it's got a trench coat on. It's trying to sell you its wares. Maybe I should fix this line. I was trying not to do too much erasing just because I'm trying to not feel like it needs to be good. Just try to do it and see how it feels. But that one was a particularly bad line, so I did erase it. In my reference photo, these tiles are a lot smaller, but I'm not sure I want to make them that small. I can be like Bob Ross and say, my world, it's got large roof tiles. Bob Ross was actually my inspiration to try to start drawing again. Because he's always so relaxed. And obviously, maybe he's relaxed because everything he does looks perfect. Just want so badly for this to be fun. I'm not sure it's fun yet. I'm taking some artistic liberties with the architectural designs. It's not working out. Maybe I need to find a simpler house. That might be what I do. Maybe we'll just try again. For some reason, this house is already more appealing to me. Windows on this house go right up to the edge. I don't think I've ever seen a house like that in real life. And then this one only has 3 panes for some reason. Oh, this one only has 3 panes too. I like drawing the brick. What I'm trying to do is just not look at it. I mean, like I'm looking at it, but not using like my eyes. Oh dear, no, that's not what I mean. Like not looking beyond where my pencil is in the hopes that that keeps the perfectionism at bay. Because when I pull back and look at it, I think, oh, it looks terrible. Because you know what, it kind of does. But it's still a little house that I drew. Bricks in the chimney are a little bit wonky, but that's okay because it's an old house. This is a Tudor house, so it's got all this fun, fancy wood. Up until I started drawing the brick and the wood, I wasn't having fun, but now that I'm drawing the brick and the wood, I am having fun. I wonder what that means. Interesting, the reference windows go literally all the way up to the roof. Maybe I'll just make the wood go up there. In my world, the wood goes up there. Looking a little bit like candy. I kind of want to try coloring it. I dug this Sharpie out from the way back point of the drawer, so I don't know if it'll have any juice in it, but we're gonna give it a go. I guess it is bleeding a little bit on the next page, but that's okay. I guess we could put something back there. Part of me wants to use a ruler, but part of me also likes the wonky lines. I was trying to decide if I wanted to color it all in, and I think I do. This part is fun too. There. What do we think? Not too bad. I'm finding that I very much enjoy drawing the straight lines rather than these curvy ones. I don't know, but there we are. Maybe I'll start drawing again. Maybe I won't. I don't know. It's sort of fun, but it also sort of makes me a little bit sad because I can't make it look good. This was always the problem I had before. This is always the problem I have when I create anything. I don't know how to get past that. So it is a couple days later, and I have decided that I actually really love this sketch. Have you ever seen a movie and you couldn't tell if you liked the movie or not until the next day when all you could think about was the movie and you really wanted to watch it again? That's what happened with this sketch, because I was just really unsure about it, but I kept thinking about it and I kept looking at it, and then I realized that I really wanted to draw again, and I took that to mean that I must have really liked this sketch. And I actually really do. I love the roof tiles, and I love the brick and this shadow, and it's such a whimsical little cottage that it makes me think of fantasy vibes. And it's just a cute little illustration, and cute little illustrations don't have to be perfect, and I actually just really like it. So I'm going to draw another house today because I've just been really wanting to. All I've been thinking about is this little house and wanting to draw another one, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just gonna draw another cute little house illustration. I've looked at this house before, and it's just so cute. It's got a gabled roof and a little pointy piece up here. My house is quite a bit narrower than the reference, but that's okay. It's got this cute little second door area. Well, I mean, it's a first door area. It's the only door area. But it's a cute little second house section. It's got a big tall chimney, which I very much enjoyed drawing the first time, so I'm hoping I enjoy drawing this chimney too. It's got these fun 3-pane windows with that old, like, churchy tavern type glass. I guess those two things are opposite, but you know what I mean. It's got all this super fun Tudor wood that I very much enjoyed drawing last time. I learned that I really like to draw the straight lines, even though obviously mine are all wonky and wibbly. For some reason, they're still more fun to draw for me than the curvy lines. Got these little lanterns next to the door. This part is brick, but there's also a lot of stone. See, I'm a little bit nervous about drawing the stone because it's all wonky wibbly shaped and not straight lines. And I just enjoy the straight lines right now. Got a second gabled roof over here where the window is. I guess maybe this is the third gabled roof. I don't really know house parts. I just enjoy them. fun churchy tavern glass. And then another big window over here. That was my wobbly attempt at a window box. This window has a soldier course above it, which is what these bricks are called when they're standing upright. Mine is gigantic, but I like a soldier course, so I'm making it big. This window also has a soldier course. A bunch of straight lines for bricks, which is very pleasing to draw. And then we just brickify them. The rest is stone, and I might just draw like a few stones here and there to give the idea of stone. I'm not having to draw a million because I'm not as into the circles. There, that's kind of stone-yellow. I'm gonna put bricks in the chimney though, just because I enjoy the bricks. And maybe some roof tiles too. And now, let's color. Although last time we did line art first, maybe we should do that this time because I ended up with a cute little illustration, and I'd like to do that again. I'm pretty sure I left the brick unlined. Yes, I did, and the roof tiles. And I liked the way that looked, so that's what we're gonna do again. Kind of got a little funky with it with those lines, but that's okay. We're aiming for fun here, and I'm having fun. Now we can go back to color. Is this the same color I used for brick before? Yeah, I think it's this. This was my nice Tudor wood molding color. Maybe I'll just fill these in with the Sharpie. Although I don't know how long the Sharpie's gonna last, so I probably need to make it last. And yet, I continue filling in. Can't keep using that. I don't even know if I have a fully black marker though. I'm just gonna have to give this a go. Good enough for a cute little house illustration. Oh, this is brick too. I forgot. This looks a little bit like my stucco color, except lighter. So it looks like the marker's dying, but it's actually supposed to be stone color. Just add some gray on top. In the reference, the panes of glass are black, and the little caverny bits are reflecting white or silver, but I don't have any way to color that, so I might color it silver. Oh yeah, that's not bad. And there we have another cute little house illustration. I am enjoying these. I know they might not be like technically good, but I still like them. And maybe that's all art is supposed to be. Please like and subscribe.